wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10 now. Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Cut. Go. I got him. That's me. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go, Texas. We got this.
Now Haskins on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Haskins going to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now Gordon on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Geis, and an alley to run, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Carr. This is caught by Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back. as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And Ingram hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, now Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. And an alley to run. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. His throw incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they have forced another incompletion.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Got it. 50, minus 50. We own them. We own them. Undercrush.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got one.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called a desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Haskins to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd down, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Completes it to Dixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Haskins now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Dixon complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike, 50. You don't want this.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go!
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, here's Love. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 36, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
How much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Carr. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
36.
Here's Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Carr. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Carr. Caught by Nelson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Carr to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
When it's 3rd and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now Haskins on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. 19 yards there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Run it. Let's go, Mike, run it.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it one bite at a time. Okay. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. This is Gordon as they go to him again. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now Haskins to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
53, check. 180. 180, we're good. 180,
on 1st down, Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They run it here with Gordon. Spins by. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Second and 10 now. Haskins Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Haskins will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Max 50, Max 50.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
You better go. I'll get it with you. Here we go. 50.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Haskins back to the air. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
50, Mike 50. You must be dreaming. Don't.
Haskins going to throw again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's open. And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Carr gonna throw here. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The Raiders gonna use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Nicholson picks it. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins completes it to Dixon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
One final shot for Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way.